What's up, everybody? So I'm making this video for anybody out there that doesn't know the situation of what's going on with me as far as like me not being able to play video games and shit. Well, allow me to explain it to you. Back at the beginning of this year, I was able to play games. I was able to create content. You know, and I was doing my thing, having fun. You know, not bothering nobody. Just doing my job as a content creator, right? You know, just doing my thing. Not bothering a single person. Just minding my own business. Not bothering nobody, not going after anybody, not calling anybody up. Not attacking anybody. Well, in March, William Glory Hole decided to change all that. William Glory Hole decided to brick my Xbox. And then, a few months later, he decided to put a virus in my $800 to $1,000 computer, basically rendering it useless. Why? Because he thought that it would be funny to brick my shit and make it to where I cannot play any kind of games. So ever since March and April of this year, I've not been able to do anything gaming-wise. Like, yeah, sure, I've been able to play on NVIDIA Cloud, but that shit's slow as fuck. It barely works. It barely fucking runs. I have no Xbox console. I have no computer. I have nothing. And every time I try to confront this man and tell him that he needs to replace my shit, he refuses to do so. This man has destroyed my personal property and has been getting away with harassing me and my family for years. For the last 6 years, this man has been harassing me and my family. For the last 8 years, it was Marty up until this year when he died. But over the last 6 years, Edward Boy and William have done nothing but harass my family, destroy my property. I have nothing. I have no escape away from the trolls. I have nothing. And that bothers me. Because if I had my game set up and I had my proper PC again, like, I could literally make content again and I would not be worrying about what the trolls say or do. I wouldn't have to call them out. Which is why I'm asking for anybody out there that can actually help to please do so. Because I have nothing at this point. All I want is the stuff that was broken either fixed or replaced. That's all I ask, is that my shit get fixed and or replaced. That is literally all I ask. Because no one deserves to go without having some sort of escape. And for me, gaming out with my friends, making content, doing stuff that I actually enjoyed, that was my escape. Away from everything. That's how I got away from everything. That's how I escaped everything. Was through gaming and creating my content. But now, I have nothing. I have nothing more than a shitty ass Chromebook that's 15 years old that barely runs. And when I mean it barely runs, it won't even fucking update. That's how bad it is. It will not update. At all. I can't even do basic shit like work on music anymore. I literally can't do anything. Except sit here and argue with the trolls. And what I'm about to say, I am not aiming this at anybody that has actually tried to help. I am aiming this at those that have claimed to want to help and then turned around and ran last minute. Or they let William push them around. So all y'all out there that said that you were going to help me out, you guys are fake as fuck. I mean, you sit there and say that you're going to fucking help me, and then you run when shit gets a little bit hard. And if y'all ask me, y'all need to stop giving a fuck about what he says or does. Who gives a fuck if he puts your work out there? Who cares if he puts your work address out there? If anything, you know what that does? That brings in more business for your job. So y'all should be flattered by that. Y'all should be happy that he's blasting your work out there because of the fact that he brings in your job more business by doing that. And when he puts your address and stuff out there, hey, that just means cool ass motherfuckers can send you shit whenever the fuck they want. And guess what? If they send you shitty stuff that you don't like, throw it away or sell it. Not that fucking hard. Y'all motherfuckers that are out here saying, oh, I want to help, and then you turn around and don't, and act like grown-ass adults. Instead of little fucking whiny kids like, oh, he put my address and phone number out there. He put my job out there. And I'm scared. If you're scared about some random dude on the fucking internet putting your job and shit out there. And I don't give a fuck who you are. If you get scared over some random fucking dude putting your shit out there on the internet, well then maybe you don't need to be on the fucking internet in the first place. Because if you're on the internet, whether you're in a position like I'm in, or you're in a regular position, eventually your shit's gonna get put out there. Whether it be by somebody like William, or a website, or a company, or something. Someone, somewhere is going to put your shit out there. And are you gonna always know about it? No. You're not always gonna know about it. From the minute that you step foot on the internet, and you have anything from a bank account, a Facebook, anything with personal info, your shit's already out there. Like, it's already out there. So you have no reason to whine and cry and bitch about your shit already being out there, because guess what? It's already out there for companies to get their hands on. So why you whining and crying when William or somebody puts it out there when you're trying to help me out? Why whine and cry and bitch about that when it's already been out there for years when it comes to banks, when it comes to whatever social media sites you use? Your shit's already out there. So really, there's no point in getting mad when some random person puts it out there. There's no point in getting mad because it's already out there to begin with anyway. So stop your fucking bitching. Stop your whining and your crying. And guess what? If they try to use your info, that's when you work with your bank. If they try to break into your bank account or they try to steal money from you, that's when you work with your bank and the police to get them shut down. Like a normal fucking adult. But yeah, y'all want to be like, oh, I want to help you, but I can't because I'm afraid it will. Every one of y'all needs to grow a goddamn fucking backbone. Grow the fuck up and stop caring about what motherfuckers like him say or do. Like I said, if you put your bank info out there, so what? Get a hold of your fucking bank and shut that shit down. He sent shit to your house, either do like me and my family did. Either resell it if it's worth money, or if it's something nasty, then throw it away. Not that hard to do. If they send pizza to your house, send them away because y'all didn't pay for it. If they send prostitutes to your house, send them away because y'all didn't order them there. Not that fucking hard to do. It's really not that big of a fucking issue. Like, it's really not that big of a fucking goddamn issue. Now is it? No, it's not. A fucking backbone. And if you want to help me out, then by all means, help me out. Help me to get a new computer. Help me to get a new gaming console so I can start putting out content again like I used to put out. Because let me tell you right now, the kind of person that I am is if I saw somebody in my position and I knew they were getting fucked with, like if I knew that person was getting fucked with like I get fucked with, you know what I would do? I would purposely go out of my way and do everything I could to help that person. Whether that be sending them a brand new gaming console. Whether that be trying to help them get the money to get a new computer. Or if I had the money myself, I'd just flat out buy them a brand new one, flat out. I'm the kind of person where if I see somebody in need, I help them out. No matter what it is. Whether it's being a friend and, giving them an ear to listen to. Whether it's being that person there to sit there and listen to someone's problems. Whether it be trying to help them out with something. Whether that be, doing whatever. Whether that be giving them the shirt off my back. Giving them the last dollar out of my Cash App. Or, whatever I can do to help. That's the kind of person I am. But I find it funny how people sit there and say they're going to help me, but yet I don't receive the same help in return that I would give out. Which is sad. It truly is sad because I would help anybody in need out. If anybody needed a hand, I would help them. Because that's the kind of person that I am. And I get that, Jessica. I do get that. When I say I'm not referring to people like you, Jessica, I'm referring to the ones that say that they want to help, and then they turn around and change their mind. They say that they're going to help, and then they turn around last minute when William messages them out of nowhere, and they get scared and they turn the other way. Those are the ones that I'm addressing. People like you, I completely understand, Jess. I get it. You got bills to pay. I totally understand that. You know, I do actually understand that. Like I said, I'm naming this shit at the ones that are all like, oh, I'll help. And then the minute William messages them, they turn around and they run away. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. The ones that sit there saying, oh, I'm going to help you. And then they turn around and run when shit gets a little bit hard when William messages them. Instead of ignoring his messages, they get fucking scared. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. The ones that act fake as fuck. Like I said, Jessica, I'm not taking shots at you. You know, I'm not taking shots at you at all. I get it. You got bills to pay. I completely understand that. But so do I. So does my family. And I get that. And the thing that really pisses me off about people nowadays, to ignore William Gloryhole and his fuck bullshit, to actually help someone out when they actually need it. I've literally lost everything. I lost my job with Twitch because of him. I lost out on job opportunities because of him. I lost my gaming console, which is how I made content. I lost my PC, which is how I made content. Over $1,000 in damages done to me. Over 1,000. Think about that for a minute. $1,000 computer destroyed and a $500 gaming console destroyed. Why? Because this William Gloryhole don't want to see me making money. Why? Because according to him, goblins aren't allowed to earn a living. Those are literally his words. Goblins aren't allowed to make money or be happy or receive kindness. That's his logic. That's how that links. And I'm sorry, but the last time I checked, I'm allowed to make a living. Here's the thing, Jessica. I don't think you really get the full picture. Okay? See, I was raised old school, alright? I was raised that when you say you're going to do something, you hold your word. No matter what. No matter what it is, you stick to your word and you hold your word. Your word is bond. When it comes to helping somebody, your word is bond. Your word is all you got. Your word fucking means something. When you say you're gonna do something, you fucking do it. You don't just sit there and run and hide. You stick to your goddamn fucking word. When you say you're gonna fucking do something, you fucking do it. Because every time I've said I'm gonna do something, guess what? I stick to my fucking word and I fucking do it. If I say I'm gonna help somebody out, I fucking help them out. Every fucking goddamn time. We're raised proper. You weren't raised old school like I was. When you say you're gonna do something for somebody, you say you're gonna help them out, you stick to your motherfucking word and you help them the fuck out. And do what you say you're gonna do and stick to your fucking word. Cause when people like you fall in line for people like William, you become a sheep for the slaughter. To stop being a fucking sheep. When you say you're gonna fucking do something, stick to your fucking word. And stop being a fucking sheep. Wake the fuck up. Stop being a goddamn sheep. If you say you're gonna do something, you fucking do it. And you don't break that word for no motherfucking body. And that's the problem with people like you, Jessica. You're weak-minded. You're so complacent. And when you become complacent, you become weak. And when you become weak, you become another sheep for the slaughter for people like William Gloryhole. That's exactly what you become. Why do you think I don't stay complacent? I stay within uncomfortability. I step outside my fucking comfort zone. I don't stay in my comfort zone. I thrive on uncomfortability. Because when you get comfortable, you get complacent. And when you get complacent, you get weak. And that right there, Jessica, is what separates wolves like me from sheep like you. Because right now, you're acting like a sheep. That makes you a sheep. So I challenge you this. Are you going to be a sheep and continue to fall in line? Or are you gonna man the fuck up, grow a fucking backbone, and be a goddamn wolf? Because let me tell you right now, you can always get a job anywhere. You can make money any fucking where. It's super easy to do. Not that hard to get another fucking job. If you like your job, oh well, find another job. You can find a job at a million fucking places. A million fucking places. So what? You ruined your job. So what? You say, fuck that. Alright, cool. You fucked me out of one job. Big fucking whoop. Because I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to get another job. And if he does it again, you go and find another job. It's not hard to fucking do. It's simple fucking math. It's simple fucking logic. Like, who gives a fuck if you get fired from your fucking job? Because half y'all motherfuckers hate your job in the first place. So, if anything, he'd be doing you a fucking favor by getting you fired from said job. I mean, literally, he would be doing you a favor by getting you fired from the job that you hate. And you know what you do when he gets you fired from that job that you hate? You go out and you work your ass off for the job that you really want to get. Don't settle for these little bullshit ass chintzy jobs. Fuck that shit. Go for the job that you actually fucking want. And if he gets you fired from that job, guess what? You find that job with another company that ain't gonna take his shit. And to Rain, I actually did have a 9-to-5 job. Before I started doing YouTube, before I started blowing up, I did have a 9-to-5 job. But you wanna know what I did? I said fuck the 9-to-5 grind. And when I started blowing up, that's when I quit. I said fuck this job. I'm out of here. And I started focusing on my career. I started focusing on my YouTube career, on my music. Because my music just started to take off. My YouTube channel was blowing out quicker than I could fucking count. So I was set. Like I said, Jessica, people like you are caught in the fucking matrix of working this delusional fucking, I have to do a 9 to 5. No, you don't. You don't have to do a 9 to 5. You only think you have to. But in reality, you can work whatever job you want to do. It's called manifestation. Okay? I told myself from the very beginning when I started doing YouTube, I flat out told myself that one day I was going to make it as a YouTuber and as a music artist. And you know what I did? I stuck to my guns. And until William fucked me over, guess what? I started fucking making it. And yes, Jessica, you did. You inadvertently did. People like you need actual people like me that step outside the norm, that say fuck society, and we don't sit here and stay complacent. No, we fight for people like you. People like me, we try to inspire people like you, Jessica. Because people like me have fought our entire fucking lives to get to where we were or to get to where we're at. I didn't have it easy. And I know a lot of people think that I had my career handed to me on a silver platter. No, the fuck I did not. My entire fucking life was spent fighting. Literally, my entire life was spent fighting in ways that you couldn't even imagine. Okay, when I was born 1 pound 10 ounces with 1 kidney and 1 very severely underdeveloped lung. I had a 1% chance of survival, but yet I survived. Growing up my entire life, I had to physically fight. Growing up my entire life, I had to both physically and mentally fight my entire life. And I knew that going into doing music and YouTube, I knew I was going to have haters. I knew that. I was prepared for that. Now, I have to fight my way back up because of them fucking with my life, fucking me over, fucking my family over, harassing my family, harassing me, terrorizing me, terrorizing my family, terrorizing my friends. Yeah, I know that, Raina. I'm just simply stating the obvious. Though, like I said, Jessica, you think that when I was staring death in the face as a baby, you think that when I was staring death in the face that I gave in? No. I smiled at the Grim Reaper. I laughed and I flipped him off and I said, fuck you, bitch. Not today. And guess where I got because of that attitude? I got to where I'm at now and I survived. Because I believe that William Gloryhole is an evil person. Because he is an evil person. So, I mean, if anything, you should show at least a little bit of fucking respect for the shit that people like me are out here doing. Because if it wasn't for people like me, people like you would be gone after. And I'm not saying that I'm better than you, no. All I'm simply saying is that people like me are the reason that people like you aren't attacked on the internet. And people like you that sit there and say that you're gonna help somebody, when you see that person going through something, you should stick to your word and help that person. You know, Jessica, it's people like you that irritate the fuck out of me. And you want to know why people like you irritate the fuck out of me? Because you refuse to change your way of thinking. You refuse to change your way of life. See, I didn't get where I got today by sitting here and doing nothing. I didn't get to where I was by just sitting here and being complacent. No. In order to make a cake, you gotta crack a few eggs. And I'm not asking you to fight my battles, Jessica. I'm not saying that at all. I am not saying for you to fight my battles at all. I'm really not. Hey, I'm sorry if you're taking it that way, but I'm not asking you to fight my battles for me. And like I said, I wasn't even aiming this at you. I was aiming this whole thing at those motherfuckers that sit there and say that they're going to help out, and then they turn around. You never break your word for no fucking body. Nobody. I don't give a fuck if the person's got a fucking goddamn gun to your head. You don't break your word for nobody. Because when you make a promise to somebody, when you make a promise and you say you're going to help them, you stick to your goddamn word. You don't break your word for nobody. And that right there is what's wrong with this new generation of people like you. Too many people like you, Jessica, run around and say like, oh, I'm going to help somebody. And then half y'all motherfuckers turn around and run and hide. Oh yeah, they have, Raina. There's been a few people that have broken their word on me. Or those that break their fucking word, saying like, oh, I'm going to help you get a new system. I'm going to help you get a new computer. And then all of a sudden, when William finds out, they get scared and they run. So yeah, there have been people that fucking broke their word. And I'm sorry if this offends you, Jessica, but maybe you need to take this as a learning lesson to not break your word. To actually, you know, grow a fucking backbone and stop being weak. Because what you've shown me this entire stream is that you're weak-minded. You're complacent. And like I said, when you become complacent in your way of life, when you become complacent, you become lazy. And when you become lazy, then you don't get nowhere in life. And I'm not here to attack you, Jessica. I'm trying to challenge you to change your mindset, change your way of thinking. Because the minute that you change from that mindset that you have now to the mindset that I had to adopt, and you stop giving a flying fuck about what anyone says about you, that's when you become a true badass motherfucker. That's when you become a real fucking badass. Mentally, by you saying what you said earlier, that tells me that you would rather allow William to leave you in fear and to leave you scared and challenge what he's doing. That's what that tells me. So you know what, Jess? I ain't got time for you. Same with you, Rain. I only have time for those that have got my fucking back. That's all I have time for, are those that have actually got my fucking back. And like I said, for all y'all out there that said that y'all were gonna fucking help me when shit got tough, and you turned around and ran, all I have to say is this. From now on, anybody that doesn't keep to their fucking word and doesn't help me like they say they're going to, well, guess what, motherfuckers? The minute I catch you slipping up on your word, you're gone. I only have time for those that actually want to see me do good, for those that want to see me succeed. I only have time for those that actually do give a fuck about me, that do want to see me do good, that do want to help me out. I don't have time for that shit. I only have time for those that stick to their fucking word.